Okay, let's do a normal video for a change. So this is coming to me right now, that you have to know when to listen to your inner gut, your intuition. You have to know when to cut someone off. Use discernment when it comes to people to protect your peace, to protect your health, to protect your life and your loved ones. Because we are sensitive beings, earth angels, starseeds, God's chosen ones. We have to protect our peace. And protecting our peace sometimes means that we have to do things that feel very difficult for us to do. Like setting boundaries, honest, healthy boundaries. Being honest with people, being straightforward with people, because these are things that don't usually come naturally to people like us, especially if we've been abused ever since we were children. So nobody ever taught us these things, like healthy boundaries or what healthy love is, for example. But this is why it's important to understand these later in life. So as an adult, because we're responsible for ourselves, and there is not a mother or a father around to be guiding us and raising us anymore, or never was. So of course it's not fair that so much is on us. Like for me, for example, I had to fight for my health, for my sanity throughout years that I'm 41 now and I'm a mother and I'm here building my business and helping my clients. So this is very personal for me, of course, too, because everything that I talk about is also related to my own personal life. And setting those boundaries is so important, because there can be these happenings and difficult people, issues that we encounter without consciously choosing to encounter those, but it can happen. And so there is the battle of the mind, spiritual warfare, the battle of encountering people who are not aligned with people like us. And that is why we have to turn to God every day, because really that's the only way to go. Of course, listen to ourselves, trust ourselves, work on that, heal the trauma and the wounds, but also be turning to God, Jesus Christ, Holy Spirit, our angels, all the love and support that surround us. And to not lose our core selves and our souls. So we have to be working to, coming back to our own natural selves. We have to bounce back from those issues and choose love, not fear. Because ultimately fear is only going to give more suffering. Living in fear is not a healthy way to live. It's not serving you. So you will notice that by choosing love, by tuning into your own core self, by working to claim your power back, your sanity, your health, and everything that belongs to you, that always was there within you, that should be there within you, you will find out that it's what you have to do, ultimately. That you cannot live the way you live if you live in fear, if you have toxic people who try to hurt you, who misunderstand you, who judge you. So something has to be done. And as I believe that we attract, yes, what we are, yes, we can control these things with our own energy and thoughts, frequency and vibration. And of course, if you pray to God, you believe in God, you trust God, you get saved. So that is, how it is supposed to be. Yes. But also there is this aspect, of the spiritual warfare and, this battle of the mind, that's, there can be many hurdles and obstacles and challenges, in the way, before you can really get to the kingdom of God, And, it can be a daily battle for people like us. But we have to keep in mind that we are born to be victorious. We are born to be winners. And that we are always enough, no matter what happens. That it holds no value what somebody has done or said. And if they really cared about you, they would have stayed in your life, they would have supported you. This is so powerful to understand, really. That if somebody really cares about you, loves you, respects you, this person is reliable, this person is your kind, this person is one of your tribe people, this person is meant to be in your life, this person is healthy for your well-being, for your mental health overall. This person supports your endeavors, your challenges. This person listens to you. This person values you in every way and knows your worth. And this person sees the good things in you, your light. Because I've noticed that, so many people are like zombies, It hurts me. Because I am an earth angel, it hurts me to see and sense and feel how many people are suffering in this world. And here I am, doing what I can to help. And of course there have been many, many issues that have been very heavy on me. Blocks, challenges, obstacles. Well, that was always. I'm sure that you can relate to this thought, that feeling, that emotion. But yeah, so it is important to, just know who is for you and who is not. So If somebody leaves, then fine, just let them go. They don't belong to your life. Don't hold on to what's not serving you. Don't hold on to toxic people. Don't hold on to something that only hurts you and destroys you. Stand up for yourself, have your boundaries. Be honest with yourself. What you want from a partner, what you want from yourself. You have to believe and know that you're worthy enough to have everything that God has meant for you. It's not always easy, I know, but that is why I'm here. I created my services, why I'm here speaking and guiding you, and I'm here offering my services so that you can have the right support, because you know I've gone through that darkness. And so how could you be setting those boundaries even better? How are you maybe still self-sabotaging yourself and your life? And who is somebody who doesn't belong to your life? And what kind of people do you want to attract into your life? So these are important questions to ask yourself as well. I've been sharing a lot of tips for self-care in my videos and posts. And of course, I have my freebies that will also help you, like my self-care checklist that works as a reminder, you know, to remind you what you need as a sensitive empath, highly sensitive being, Earth Angel, Starseed, God's chosen one. You know, because I had to go through I had to go through everything without nobody being there for me, you know, like a person should be there for one another, like a partner, like a friend, like a mother or father. A loving person should be there, but nobody ever was there for me. I had to learn everything. I had to learn cooking on my own. I had to learn how to exercise on my own. I had to learn everything. And of course, beginning something new always feels difficult. But it gets easier the more you do it, and you know, if it really helps you and heals you, of course you will feel it in your entire being that, okay, this is good, this makes me feel good, this is happy, this is a good thing for me to do. This is what my soul and my heart want me to do. This is how it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to be taking care of myself and doing this for me. Like go for a walk, for example, enjoy time in nature. Nature is so important for us sensitive beings. Sunlight, being around water, cultivating those peaceful emotions, being alone with your thoughts, not always surrounded by people, let alone people who are not even your tribe. Like, you know, now that I've been building my YouTube channel, for example, and my Instagram and Facebook, I have seen it and I've felt it very strongly, this energy that has been bugging me a lot, that there are these wrong kinds of people there, you know, because if they were right kinds of people, of course they would engage in my posts and videos a lot more and they would come to my services. But because it's been very quiet usually, and there were these people, you know, like 50 in, 50 out. So I'm not gonna take that, of course. I mean, I have to also keep my cut-off game strong in that way that, you know, I have to discern who is my client and who is not, who is my real follower and who is not, because I'm not gonna deal with any fake people. It makes me feel very uneasy and very uncomfortable, you know, after everything, because I was so badly bullied at school as a child, for example, and at home, and physically attacked by my own mother, and my stepbrother bullied me, and you know, I had to deal with so much of heaviness of this emotional physical abuse, and I had to come the other side on my own. And if I went to talk about these issues, my experiences to somebody, they just don't hear me. They just don't understand. So of course this made it even worse. And the lies that I heard, like, it felt like they were belittling these things when they cannot be belittled. They cannot be. So if somebody is belittling your trauma, the issues that you've been going through, when you've been, for example, sexually assaulted by your narcissistic ex, for example, or whatever it is, but narcissistic abuse is so serious. Childhood trauma, if your own parents have abused you, it is such a serious issue that it's no wonder if you're experiencing panic attacks and PTSD and fighting for your health and sanity still as an adult, like what happens to me. And you are basically just experiencing anxiety, loneliness and depression, shame, fear and guilt. So, you know, I had to fight all of this with my own inner light and peace and love that I am made of. I had to lean on to that. And of course also doing the work by, you know, reflecting on things, thinking about things as I always do. I could not have done it otherwise. I have been very, you know, distanced from, you know, from my true self and from what really, you know, belongs to me and to my life. But that is what happens when you are too traumatized and abused and hurt, of course. And it feels like you cannot trust people and you're just afraid and ashamed and, you know, all of that, which is not healthy. So that is a cycle, you know, where you have to get out of. And, you know, take those steps, step by step. Do something. Do something for yourself every day to feel better. Do something to protect your peace. Like, block a toxic person off. You have to be strict about these things. You cannot be having boundaries that don't serve you. So they have to be firm. Because there are these people around these entities who take and take and take. They see you and they sense your kindness and they want to attack you and they just take. They want to dim your light. So this is why these firm boundaries are so crucial. That is why I disabled my comments on YouTube, for example, because I cannot take the energy, the overwhelming energy of people commenting there. I cannot simply follow them because if I do, then other important things suffer, because you know there are things that I need to do that also need my attention and energy and focus. So I cannot be building my sensitive, heart-centered business if I'm focusing on things that are not serving my business and me in the long run. Because there were people, because naturally we cannot control the people who appear on our social media profiles, channels. There can be many, you know, these spam accounts and bots and whatever, and these bullies, trolls, you know, toxic, narcissistic people trying to prey on our work. So I was noticing this and feeling and sensing, and I was like, no, because I've gone through enough burnout already when I've been doing my work. And so no, it's enough that we can sense people's issues, but if these people keep on attacking us as well, and you know, it is disrespect, it is bullying, it is abuse, you know, so we have to be getting away from these issues, you know, to be healing from these issues, not be engaging with them again, not be tolerating with them again. We have to be showing these bullies and these entities and beings that no, this is not okay. No, you cannot talk to me like that. No, you cannot treat me like that. I have firm boundaries. I happen to love myself. I happen to know my self-worth. I happen to know my own value. And my energy, my attention, and my efforts matter. And if you don't respect that, then bye-bye. You don't need to be writing me a comment. So this should be your daily mindset. Thinking in your own favor, because no one else can do that for you. Nobody's there to pick you up from the ground if you don't pick yourself up. So as it feels so difficult and overwhelming, that is why we have to be taking those small steps, you know, baby steps. But yeah, so I've gone through all of this. My life and me, we are an example of, you know, coming out the other side. So I'm here to help. That is why I wrote my book as well. It was a clear message to me from God that I needed to write my book. And I felt so good while I was writing it. It was my soul speaking. It's always my soul speaking when I write, so that's how it is when you're doing the right thing, listening to your soul, you know, doing what you're supposed to do. So as difficult it can be, but that is why there has to be these things in place. Protecting the peace, protecting mental health, physical health. because it's not worth, you know, losing those just because you are treated in a wrong way, you are abused, disrespected. Nobody has the right to do that. Those bullies, they don't have the right to be writing those negative comments, those bully comments, for example. They don't. And ultimately they are gonna get their own karma, but they don't realize it because they are so foolish. Because all they have is their pain that they are spreading around. They are not mature, smart adults. They are little children looking for attention, looking for energy to prey on. And it is an endless battle if you engage in that. It's never going to stop if you don't do something about it. So you have to start setting those boundaries without shame and fear and guilt. You can practice it every day. It is daily work. It's definitely daily work. And victims need to be believed. So no more lies. We have to be acknowledging the truth, how serious these things are, how serious these issues are. It's a matter of life and death, health and sanity. If somebody destroys your sanity and your health, what do you have? You don't have anything left. Your health is so important, so crucial. So you have to be protecting your health, your sanity. I wish that somebody would have told me, but I have been going through that war by myself, wondering, is there no help for me? Nobody saw, nobody understood. But this is, you know, why I can tell you the right things. If you want to have calls with me, I can tell you the truth if you need to hear it. I'm not sugarcoating anything. I'm very honest and, you know, saying things like it is. Because, you know, abusers cannot love, abusers cannot respect. If they did, they would apologize properly and change their ways. But it usually does not happen. Whatever you do, it does not usually happen. And it's always their own responsibility to be healing and changing. So it is so wrong that they try to pour it all on an innocent victim. So this is unacceptable. There have to be things that we don't accept when we're sensitive beings. Being sensitive in this world is work enough. So there are these important, crucial things that we have to understand. Keep in mind for ourselves. Yeah. So maybe maybe do something today if this resonates with you. So yeah, of course, the more we are emitting love energy, I believe that yes, it is true that we can attract more love. Yes. but still we need to have our boundaries. Still we need to know our own self-worth and everything, because we can attract so many types of people, you know. Like, you must agree with me. That somebody can seem so nice in the beginning, for example, but then they are not. And the mask comes off eventually. And the person who you thought they were never existed. That person is not who they are. It was all fake, false, demonic entity. It's not real. So we should focus on, of course, you know, attracting genuine, honest, real relationships, you know, with genuine, respectful, stable, mature people, reliable people who actually have their heart and soul in place. And if you work with me, we can go through all of this, and I will help you, of course. My sessions are always tailored to your needs, so I will always ask you questions, and, you know, that I can know how I can help you, what your situation is. And you know, I'm only, you know, serving you if you book calls with me, or if you decide to join my program. So then you will get the right kind of help that you need, you know, to your situation. Thank you, as always. Thank you for being here, supporting me in my work. Supporters are always welcome. So it is important. Much love to your day.